cleaning this bad girl out.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we have come out with the gold pan and a few crevicing tools, and we are going to work some exposing bedrock for some of that juicy chunky gold. And if you're wondering why I've got a fishing rod, it may be in your interest to stick around. If you're into gold and fishing, this video may just tickle your fandangle. So a few videos ago you may have noticed me working this crevice just here, and I was getting half respectable gold out of it. See, the issue I was having the other day though is I couldn't get my bait pump down deep enough to get all the good stuff off the bottom of this crevice. So I have come back today. We have brought some attachments for my gold crevicing pumps. We've got a nice long fit in there, custom made to fit this crevice. Now what I'm going to mainly focus my time on is just tearing out crevices, cleaning them out as quickly as possible, and then moving on to the next slab of bedrock and repeating that process. Now I think we should do fairly reasonable in the gold department today. What I'm hunting for is the chunky gold, the nice chunky pickers, and with a bit of luck we might even come across a little nuggie, hopefully. So we will just invest a smidge of our time just cleaning this crevice out. Once we're finished working at this crevice, we're going to follow it down as deep as we can go, maybe just down to that root ball there, and then we'll probably stop. Then I'm going to just have a quick scratch out of this one. We'll do our pan out and then we'll head on upstream. There's some more exposing bedrock up there that I have done very well off in the past. So we're going to get our nice extended tools down deep into these crevices, and we're going to clean them out good and thoroughly today. Oh, this goes down quite a ways too. I think we're getting close to the bottom. Feels like it's hardening up, getting nice and firm. Okay, got the bait pump back on into it, finished cleaning it out. Then we'll go do a pan out and see what she yields. Very sandish looking material, so I'm a bit skeptical whether it's going to be ounces of gold or a couple of specks. Okay, let's have a look, eh? Okay, we got 3 micro little specks. Not worth continuing on with it. So what I shall do is pack up and we will move on upstream, and I'll see you at the next exposing bedrock that should have some half respectable gold in it. Okay, we got some half respectable looking little boil holes here. Fair bit of black sand in it as well. We got a target coming in out of that. Not sure if it's lead or gold, and I can't see it, so it must be right down in there somewhere. But I followed this crevice up and we got some nice hard packed gravels. So I am going to scratch this here out. It may be a little high up from the actual creek, but gold is where you find it, and at one stage the creek level would have been up around this height, and over time it's just worked its way down further. So there could be potential for some half respectable chunky treasure. So we will get to scratching this one out, and I'll show you what comes of that in just one moment. here. Oh yeah, we got some more gravels just there as well, so Might scratch them out while I'm going. It's got some nice hard packed gravels in here, mixed with some juicy looking clay. And it goes down quite a ways, this crevice, so it might actually hold something of interest. That's what you ideally want to be looking for. Clay mixed in with all these rounded river gravels. If you're just digging sand, you're not going to find gold. Oh, look at all these gravels in here. This crevice has not been worked in a while. Got anything in this one? Only got a lot of leaves and some larger rocks. We got any gold, we'll sort of bust up some of that bedrock, get up in it, clean it out thoroughly. But at the moment we'll just test this, see what we're looking at. We did not get a great deal of gold in this one, but like I said before, we are up fairly high. Let's go and get some shade on it so you can see all this finer stuff. Very, very fine gold. So we'll get that into the snuffer bottle. Then I think I may just go for a little bit of a wander upstream, sort of up this way a bit. We'll have a look with the gold monster. We'll see if we're getting any targets up this way. Doesn't look too promising, so we'll see sort of what the detector tells us, and then we'll go from there. Might even just come through and just bait pump out all these bore holes. See how we go with it. Be a good spot to flick a lure in around here. That bore hole looks very juicy. We might bait pump that one out, give it a scratch, see what that holds. Pretty sure I worked this crevice in a previous video. We got some pretty respectable gold out of that. Alright, let's suck all this up and we'll continue on with it, eh? I'll get the bait pump out, we'll load up pans full of material, just out all these bore holes, and see how we do with that. Right, progress update. We have gone along, we have bait pumped this little bore hole out here, and then I came down and bait pumped this one out. That had some nice hard packed gravels in it. We still got more gravels in here, so I'm going to just continue bait pumping out any of these bore holes that are holding gravels like such. Even these small ones here, they don't look like they carry anything, but they actually catch some nice chunky gold occasionally. So whilst I get set up and start working those, I might bring you along on my fishing adventure, and we'll see how we go in the trout department, and then we'll cut back and pan out the material we gather out of these bore holes and see how we go, eh? Honestly thought this rod would be ideal for such a small creek, but should have brought some different spinnerbaits. Doesn't seem to be any fish biting. We had a flick around for about half hour, didn't really get much. I caught more trees than I caught snags anyway, so let's continue on. We'll go pan this out and see how we go with it, eh? Okay, pan this bad girl out. Wow, we got 1/2 respectable picker, and that's about it out of all those bore holes we just cleaned out. There we go. Got a few little specks up in amongst it, but that is the prized piece for that pan. Okay, we'll add all that in a snuffer bottle, and we may just go for a little bit of a scout around, just see what we can come up with. And then we may get the fishing rod out and have a little bit more of a flick around, eh? We've now moved downstream. We found some nice hard pack boil holes. So we're going to do a test pan, figure out what's going on here. There's one hard pack rock. Oh, there we go. Big chunk of quartz. See what's inside it. A great deal. Let's get all this gravel out. Pan her on out. Let's see what comes of it. Have not been getting too much in the way of gold, but it is what it is. We're having fun today, and the real treasure for me is just getting out and enjoying nature. Whether we get gold or whether we catch a fish or not. It's just the fun of sitting on the creek, enjoying the sounds of the water, and trying your luck at a bit of fishing and gold panning. Not too good at all. 2 specks out of that. We'll add them into the snuffer bottle. And I might have a scratch out of that. We're probably way too high for the river, for the creek, or for the gold to get up this high. But who knows? Might even, we'll dig this out, see what goes on in there. And it is not too impressive. We got a lot of super fine gold up in amongst it, which I'll add into the snuffer bottle. Now, the reason why we're not getting really nice chunky gold is because the creek is just up a little bit too high, and it's forcing me higher up the embankment where all the finer gold sits. Now, say in a few months, once the creeks drop down another metre or half metre or so, I'll be able to access all the half respectable crevices that are just sitting below the waterline right now. All right, move down. We're going to scratch this crevice out, see what we can get out of it. We're going to scratch this crevice here out. And we'll have a bit of a scratch of this as well. Don't think there'll be much in this one. So, wish me luck, and I'll see you in a moment.
Tell you one thing that they won't believe. One thing, nothing but a thing to me. Burn right through them like a cigarette, or a line of cocaine on a private jet. I give them good loving like they won't forget. But the boy knows what time it is. Hard as I try, maybe I just can't. I ain't no up and kind of leaving me.
I don't think we'll get much gold out of this one. Just doesn't look juicy enough for my liking. Well, don't get me wrong, there is nice river gravels in it, but it just hasn't got the colour I like to see. And what colour is that, you're wondering? Blue, dark blue clay. That is the exact colour I love to see. And when I start seeing that, that's when I start getting some pretty respectable gold. There we go. Couple of nanoscopical little specks. Now I know we have not been getting the greatest speck counts or chunky gold in each pan we've been doing from these crevices, and the reason for that is basically the water level is just way too high, and it is forcing me higher up the embankment where all the lighter, smaller specks of flood gold more or less get deposited. So what I may do is probably start packing up. We'll start walking on downstream. Huge wombat. He's just asleep in his little hole. Oh, he hears me. He hears me, he's moving. I was just walking along, just checking out some of this exposing bedrock in the embankment here, seeing if there was any potential for gold to be shedding out of it, and I stumbled across a sleeping wombat. Not every day you see a wombat having a bit of a snooze in his little burrow, but we'll leave him be. What I'm going to do is just go downstream a little bit. I'll probably retire the gold pan for the rest of the day, and we'll just finish things off with a bit of fishing and a bit of fun, eh? Unfortunately, we just lost our spinnerbait, and that has put a little bit of a damper on our fishing adventure for the day. Now, when I was leaving this morning, I just seen the fishing rod. It had one spinnerbait hooked up to it, so I just grabbed it, threw it in my bucket, and thought, what the heck, let's see if we can catch a fish today. It's not so much river treasure, but hey, if you catch a brown trout or a rainbow trout, that's treasure enough for me, I think. And if I had have caught a fish today, I think it would have been far more exciting than the amount of gold I actually found in total for my day's effort. But, oh well, it is what it is. You can't get a heck of a lot of gold every single time you go, and sometimes it just happens to be the fish ain't biting either. Oh well, we had fun. It was a great day out looking for river treasure and just enjoying nature and all that fun stuff. Now, if you are new to the channel, I hope I have earned your subscription today for my incredibly hectic editing job I've done on this video. Before I completely sign off, I will let you know I do have batches of pay dirt available in the online store, and if you have been salivating over the gold crevicing pumps with the gold traps that I've been using in today's video, I also make those. They are personally made by myself, and I can guarantee a high quality gold crevicing pump. Now, with all that being said, guys, I'm going to sign off from here. Peace, I'm out. I'll see you in the next video, and don't forget to subscribe.